Grand Prix Day here at the New Zealand Superbikes Championship here at Ruapuna continues. Hope you're enjoying everything as we're not too far away from another race which is starting, and this is the Supersport 300s New Zealand Grand Prix title up for grabs here, and we've got 21 riders all set to go in this class. And this should be a cracking race between two, and a magnificent duel in the second race of the weekend. These riders, Harry Parker from Timaru and also Cormac Buchanan, the 14-year-old from Invercargill. So fingers crossed we get a repeat of what we saw in race number 2 of round number 1 earlier today. This race has been reduced to just 8 laps because of some crashes in earlier races today. So it was originally going to be 12, but it's now just an 8-lap race. So there's no room for error for any of these riders as they get set to position, get themselves all set on the grid. On pole, Cormac Buchanan from Invercargill. He's in bike number 28. Then Caleb Gilmore from Christchurch is number 78. He's in position number 2. Harry Parker in bike number 24. He's in position number 3. And completing the front row from Wellington, Dave Fellows in bike number 41. Those are the top 4. Should be a terrific race here in the Supersport 300s. As we get all set, can the 14-year-old Cormac Buchanan go all the way and win a New Zealand Grand Prix title? We're almost set for a start here at Ruapuna in the 2021 Supersport 300s New Zealand Grand Prix race. Buchanan's away, so too Parker, and so too is Gilmore. Buchanan on the inside, who's heading towards that first corner, and looks like he might have just grabbed the lead from pole position. Brad Ritchie.
Yeah, this is going to be awesome. 3 of them nearly 3 wide into turn 1. It's Cormac Buchanan up the inside. Harry Parker's made himself known as well. This is going to be all on, but it's definitely Cormac Buchanan flying. A better start from our man in the bright yellow machine. That's the Biggles Racing of Jason Hearn. He gets a bit better start, but it's going to be Cormac Buchanan ahead of Caleb Gilmore. Then go back to Harry Parker. That's the front 3. These guys are due for some fireworks. As we see Harry Parker already up the inside into second place. So this one here, these guys had the race of the day, race number 2. They were trading lap records and then separated by less than a bike length when they crossed the line. Blue Crew Yamaha teammates, and this man in front, the 14-year-old sensation from Invercargill, Cormac Buchanan on the 28 machine. He is feeling really good. Said there's plenty of life left in those tyres when I caught up with him at the lunch break, and ready to go. Could he win another New Zealand Grand Prix title? He won the Supersport 150 title here last year, but this one's going to feel pretty good if he can get up in the mix. So he's won 2 races so far this week, and Harry Parker's not going to let him have it his own way. There's big toing and froing going on, and I think Harry has taken that position away. So the battle for the lead really hot at the moment. So Harry Parker now leads ahead of Cormac Buchanan. Caleb Gilmore still in there as well, and Dave Fellows. That's the man in 4th place. So we're going to watch this one. It's been shortened to an 8-lapper, but the 4th Grand Prix up for grabs, and we're still yet to complete one without a red flag, apart from the Pro Twins. We've got one down out of the dipper, but he seems to be up, and full credit to the rider who's managed to self-recover that bike and get it off the track. So we carry on racing. Green flag at the moment. Harry Parker, Caleb Gilmore, up the 4th place here, Dave Fellows, Jason Hearn, and Blaze Heaven. That's your top 8 at the moment, so full credit to that rider, because we've seen too many red flags already today, Glenn.
You're telling me, Brad, it's been terrible. Fingers crossed that that rider is okay. He seems to be absolutely fine, which is great. But let's get back to the front here. Parker's got a half a second lead, and that move, going back to that move which took him the lead, actually pushed Buchanan back to 3rd place. So it really rattled the youngster, but let's see how he reacts. This is good. We want to see the 14-year-old under a bit of pressure in a way, don't we, to see how he reacts. He's learning his craft at the moment, and if he could come back and reclaim the lead off Parker, who's got a bit of a lead at the moment, this would be really good to see if he's capable of doing it, Brad. Yeah,
he's already kept his composure. He's doing a good job tucked in behind Caleb Gilmore. So yeah, this is going to be what he needs. He's off to represent the country in the Red Bull Rookies for MotoGP this year in 2021. So he's going to need all of this racecraft, all of this stuff. It's going to be all no holds bar, handlebar to handlebar stuff when he goes over to Europe. So he'll be loving this at the moment. and all playing into the hands of Harry Parker. He's doing a good job in first place through the Southern Salvage S's. Then we go back to Caleb Gilmore. That's the one in second place, ahead of Cormac Buchanan with work to do in third. It's shortened to an 8-lap race, so that's going to play into Harry Parker's hands. If he can just get these laps ticked off, we could see Harry Parker sneak a Grand Prix title here.
Well, the other one is Gilmore, of course. He's right in there as well, so it's a great battle again as we see the riders coming around the sweeper into the home straight again to complete the second lap of just 8. And this is Harry Parker in the lead at the moment. Gilmore holding in second place at the moment. 0.59 of a second behind Buchanan, right there less than a second. And you look at Durning, is only fourth place as well. He's had a busy afternoon.
Change for second place.
Oh, yes,
well.
there has been.
Cormac Buchanan dives up the inside on turn 1, classical slipstream manoeuvre, and that's brilliant. Waves to his mate behind him, so I think these guys are going to try and work together. If they can try and draft each other and get on the back of Harry Parker, they don't want to let him get away with this one, and already they've managed to reel him in. So good teams racing going on here. There's a bit of camaraderie going on, and that's pretty wise stuff from these guys. This is a three-way fight emerges for the win of this New Zealand Grand Prix. Harry Parker now under a bit of pressure from his teammate Cormac Buchanan, and that's Caleb Gilmore there in third place, still well in touch with the leaders.
Well, let's not forget as well that the lap record in the second race earlier today was broken 3 times in that race. Twice by Parker, once by Buchanan, who's got it 142.283 at the moment. At the moment, both riders and Gilmore and a couple of others are lapping at about 144 at the moment. So plenty of improvement, perhaps, in this 8-lap race as we head towards the conclusion. But Buchanan's hunting Parker down now, isn't he? He's right on this back wheel as they come to the dipper.
Oh yeah, this is going to be good, all right. We're not even halfway through this one. It's been shortened to 8 laps, and I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because this is all on. These guys are just absolutely going for it. Harry Parker, the number 24 on the MTF Finance Timaroo machine, ahead of Invercargill's Cormac Buchanan. This is going to be a beauty. We've had some good racing in that Pro Twin Grand Prix, and this one here is shaping up to be some more of the same. 300 Supersport Racing production motorcycle races. We see Cormac Buchanan pull up alongside Harry Parker. It's the full-on drag race between the teammates. Heading into turn number 1, this is exciting, and it looks like Cormac Buchanan might have just his wheel in front of him pretty hard to go around turn number 1. Harry Parker just can't quite cut back underneath, so it's going to be a new race leader. Cormac Buchanan, he got into second place in that stage of the racetrack last time around, and then goes one better now. So there's your response. We got put under pressure, got shunted back to third, and he has answered already. So 143.02, so certainly lifting the ante. And he's now got a clear track ahead of him, so this is pretty good to watch, this young teenage sensation.
He's only 14, Brad. Come on, that was gutsy, that move, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was brave. That's big down there. That's fast, turn 1, braking hard. Dive in there. So look at this one here. These guys are going for it. The top 3 has definitely emerged from the rest. They're stretching this advantage out, and they are fast. We've got another 3-way fight in behind them as well. So the battle for the podium looks to be 3 riders look to be set, but what order they're going to finish in? We've got Jason Hearn, Luca Durning, and Dave Fellows fighting it out for 4th, 5th and 6th. So all important championship points are on the line here as we go almost halfway through this one.
And Parker going to make a move again, and let's see if he can get under Buchanan. But Buchanan, as we saw in race number 2, did a very accomplished job despite his tender age of closing that race out, with Parker just behind in second place. So around the sweeper they come to complete the 3rd lap of just 8. Remember, this race was originally supposed to be a 12-lapper, but it's only going to be 8. This is the Supersport 300s. Hope you're enjoying our coverage here of the New Zealand Grand Prix here at Ruapuna here today, and it's Buchanan who crosses the line to complete the 4th lap, and he's got a smidgen of a lead from Parker, and Gilmore's right there as well. We're waiting for these times to tick over here to see what the margin is, but we can see, I think there might have been a no. It's still Buchanan and Parker and Gilmore 1, 2 and 3 at the moment. There might have been a change though.
Yeah, there was a change there. Yeah,
Gilmore
slipstreamed him down the front straight, but then Harry Parker just a little bit later on the brakes. Great job from these 3. They're flying at the moment. Jason Hearn still in 4th place. Ahead of Luca Durning and Dave Fellows. So your top 6 are definitely well ahead of the rest. But there we go. Harry Parker up the inside. So out of nowhere, he come from way back. And what a move. up the Yarra mark left-hander. It's an easy pass to make easy corner to make a block pass because you can take the line away on exit, and he's done exactly that. So great riding here. We've got 3.5 laps to go. Harry Parker's put the Blue Crew Yamaha in front of this one.
And fantastic move. Just for the viewers too, you better explain what's the difference between this, Brad, the 300s and the 600s?
Yeah, so it's all bike capacity. These are the 300 Super Sport, we call it the Super Sport, production-based motorcycles. These are motorcycles you can buy just from your local motorcycle dealer. They run production tyres you can buy off the shelf as well. There's limited rules of what they can do to them as well to mitigate some of the checkbook racing we've encountered in some of the other classes. So this one here, these are all three of them on the Yamaha R3 at the moment. So it's a 325cc twin-cylinder four-stroke machine. The other bikes eligible are the Kawasaki Ninja 300, which is a 300cc twin. And then there's also a single-cylinder KTM and RC390, so it's a 390cc single-cylinder machine, and that's four-stroke as well. So there's a couple of different bikes eligible, but this one's heating up. We've got 3 laps to go, and side by side down the front straight. This is absolutely anyone's.
And Buchanan, I think, might have pinched it off Parker as they head into the first corner. Yes, another great move by Buchanan. But Brad, I don't think that's going to be the last lead change we'll see in this race.
No, these guys, 3 of them all well and truly within a hunt here of having this New Zealand Grand Prix title. Absolutely phenomenal stuff. These guys, the podium from the New Zealand Grand Prix last year was Jason Hearn and the 2 KTMs that are not here with us. So Jacob Stroud and Nathaniel Diprose not racing in this series. So one of these 3 is going to become a first-time 300 Supersport Grand Prix winner if they can get this one home. We've got 2.5 laps to go, and it's really heating up.
And Buchanan's got a slight lead now over Parker. Buchanan, remember, folks, is only 14 years old from Invercargill. They'll be sitting on the edge of the seats, motorsport fans down in Invercargill, hoping their young man could come bring it home today. What a talent he is. As he leads over Parker with Gilmore back in 3rd place at the moment. That battle for 4th is still pretty keen as well, but they're far behind these 3 now. The thing is too, with Gilmore just hovering around at the back there, just happy to sniff around at the back there at the moment. He might make a move too, Brad.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. It's a big game of cat and mouse at the moment with only 2 and a bit laps to go. So who's going to show their cards early enough? Cormac Buchanan, he's going to try and get a good drive out of there. You see when he swings to the left to try and break the slipstream, he's going to just hold his line there. So happy to just lead out this one here. 2 laps to go, and things heating up. Cormac Buchanan has stretched that out to a little bit of a gap. He's just put in a 1:42.8, so he's on 6/10 off his lap record he set earlier today. So the hammer is down, and the fastest lap of the race just comes in there and stretches that out to a 0.9-second advantage. So when the game's on the line, this man comes through pretty strong and just logs in a 1:42.8. Fastest lap of the race, and lap number 6 of the 8-lap Grand Prix. This is the same set of tyres they've been on all weekend, so a phenomenal display so far from these 3. And Cormac Buchanan, looking at that gap out there, he's got the hammer down. He is trying to get out of this one.
Yeah, Cormac Buchanan only debuted in the Superbikes last year, but he's only 14, can't even get his driver's license yet, which is incredible when you think about it, isn't it? He's barely out of nappies, and he's just destroying them. Well, he's not destroying them, but jeepers, he is riding way beyond his years here.
Absolutely, yeah. He's got a speedway background from Invercargill. He's got the whole town, whole city of Invercargill in behind him. He loves, one of his sponsors is actually the Burt Munro Challenge, an event down in Invercargill, down the Southland area. We do a festival atmosphere for 5 days of motorcycling down there in about a month's time, and really coming alive. And the whole Southland area getting in behind this young man. He's definitely got the biggest advantage we've seen so far in this New Zealand Grand Prix title. So looking like it's advantage Cormac Buchanan. The white flag's ready and waiting. So 1 corner to go. We've also got the battle for 4th, 5th and 6th really heating up as well. So the podium looks like it's the 3 riders already set, but what order they're going to finish in, we're not going to know. We've got 1 more frantic lap here in the New Zealand Grand Prix for 300 Supersport.
Well, Buchanan goes with 1 lap to go. Parker still in 2nd, and we have Gilmore in 3rd place at the moment. No change to the order, and Buchanan looks like he's kicked clear again. 1.2 seconds his advantage. Gilmore 1.6 seconds behind Buchanan, so he's 0.4 of a second behind Parker. But Buchanan is riding so well over these last 2 laps just to put a bit of breathing space between him and Parker and Gilmore, and it's going to be a margin now, Brad Ritchie, which is going to be hard for the other 2 to pull back.
Absolutely, they're going to have to try and work together if they've got any chance in this one. Cormac Buchanan slowly running away with this one, but now we go look at that fight for 4th, 5th and 6th, and it's Dave Fellows up into 4th. Jason Hearn, who's been running 4th most of this race, has been dropped back to 6th place. Luca Durning still there in 5th place. It's all on. So we've got the podium battle going on. We've got 4th, 5th and 6th. There's championship points on the line. This is the 3rd and final race of the weekend for these guys, and this is absolutely anyone's. There's battles all over. There's a big 5-way fight in there for about 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th and 11th. This one here, all on, but it's Cormac Buchanan. We asked him how he was going to respond. He got taken offline with a big move from Harry Parker early in the race, got dropped back to 3rd place, just ticked off the moves, went back into 2nd, back into 1st, and now look at this, a scintillating performance, and he's already won 2 of these races so far this weekend. The number 28 machine, he has had to work for this one, absolutely, but look at this one. When the pressure's on, the man comes. And Cormac Buchanan, the 14-year-old sensation from Invercargill, comes out of the turn 10 sweeper, and he has done an absolutely brilliant job this weekend. It's going to be yet another one. He's going to take 3 from 3, including the New Zealand Grand Prix title. And there it is for Cormac Buchanan. 2nd place for Harry Parker and Caleb Gilmore. After the DNF in race 1, will feel pretty good getting a 3rd place effort there. So great podium result. And then look at this for Dave Fellows, Luca Durning and Jason Hearn. A big shake up there for 4th, 5th and 6th when they crossed the line. And great to see Dave Fellows riding under a bit of an injury cloud at the moment. They get some good points there with a nice 4th place. So here it is. We also get the update there with Regan Bray and Logan Rowell, Blaze Heaven, all in there. This is going to be cool. We've got Kane Bentley, James Ugamosum, Shane Miller, Dylan Byrne, Andy McLaughlin. He's had a lot of experience around this track as well. And Justin Maunder running out our top 15. So that's the update we've got. What a Grand Prix that was. Phenomenal stuff from those 3 youngsters out in front.
So there we are, folks. There we are. It's Cormac Buchanan winning the Supersport 300 race. The 14-year-old. Fantastic performance. 2nd was Harry Parker, finishing 1.296 seconds behind in 2nd place. And Caleb Gilmore rounds out the podium, 1.6 seconds behind Buchanan to finish in 3rd place. Congratulations to all the riders in the Supersport 300 New Zealand Grand Prix race.
Just goes to show we can start and finish a race without a red flag there as well. So we're heading in the right direction. This is going to be good. We've still got a couple more of our Grand Prix to take out. We've got the Supersport 150. That's coming up there, Grand Prix. And then we go to the sidecar Grand Prix. So a 5-lap race for the Supersport 150. We've got an 8-lap race for the sidecars. And then we finish off with the support racing on the program. We'll cross down to Neil, who will have our very youthful but very excited Supersport 300 New Zealand Grand Prix podium.
Yeah, just making a call through the pits in particular, and those interested that the points for Superbike and Superbike B have been posted, and of course they are, as it were, under a cloud with regards to how those points were going to be allocated, and that we mentioned earlier, but the actual points now have been posted, so love you to check those out. Hey, what a great day here for Yamaha, and particularly the Blue Crew development team with their stars, and Harry and Cormac getting the goods here. Of course, other star of the lineup, Rogan Chandler, has been featuring so well here today. Shout out to Altherm, JCR and the awesome team, and particularly to Amy today, who does an awesome amount of work for the team behind the scenes. So special welcome to Amy, and certainly hope you're enjoying this road racing life, Amy, is what you're doing. Josh Coppin's a legend himself, of course, 2007 world runner-up in motocross. Of course, he was runner-up as well in 2005, but 2007, the year that we were hoping he was going to win. What a story to tell. He's sort of the almost the Randy Mamola of motocross in the world, and great to have. In fact, it's good to go to some clips that you can see at the moment on YouTube about the racing that our Kiwi boys have done from years gone by. So pretty good. Okay, right. No, the others aren't ready yet. Right. Yeah. We'll do with you first, Cormac. We are just going to do our podium with our winner first, so that Cormac, of course, got back-to-back races. The busiest man here today. First of all, Cormac, massive congrats, but by jibbers, you had to work for that one.
Oh, that was by far one of the hardest races I've ever done in my whole life. Like, when Harry got up the inside of me at turn 1, I was wide, and I was like, nah, that's my race over. But, you know, I persevered, kept my head down, and, you know, I said to Caleb, I'll drag it to Harry, and yeah, you know, once I got with Harry, I'm like, yeah, no, I've got a chance now. So, yeah, I'm really, really pleased with how today went. You know, 3 from 3 is completely unreal. And in my first season, my first round on the 300 at NZSBK is just crazy. So, you know, I got to give my head off to the Yamaha team. Without them, you know, I would be nowhere. And thanks to Grandin, Uncle Lee for coming down today to support me. Everyone that's had my back since day one. And without you guys, you know, I'd just be back at home watching TV. So thank you.
Thank you very much. An awesome speech. Harry, personal congratulations, mate. Where have you got it from? You've got that figure. You know you can run with them now. You're proving it, and proving to yourself, more importantly.
You know what, I don't even know where this has come from. It all started at Zuki Series, and we left the Zuki Series on awesome notes, and it's just followed through. But sadly, in that last race, we went too hard at the start and cooked the rear tyre midway through, so it was extremely slippery. But we brought it home in one piece. We finished second again, so we're looking pretty good, and I'm pretty happy with the bike, and the team's done an amazing job, and big thanks to Yamaha New Zealand for all their backing, and my dad and Brent Garvin for doing all the spanners and everything.
He's not bad, that Brett Garvin, actually. I rate that mechanic. As you'll notice, Cormac's already headed away, so fine to have Regan. Much better race that time. What about overtaking Cormac? We'll talk about that for a long time. That was pretty darn good.
Yeah, we made a massive change with the bike setup. We changed the spring rate, heaps of different things, forks and that, because the first race I struggled with the mid corner and getting drive out. So it was good. It definitely improved the bike. So thanks to Robert Taylor for doing that for me. Huge thanks to the team and everyone who's helped out. But yeah, no, it was a much better race. We stayed with him this time, so I was quite happy about that. And maybe next time we can stand on the top step.
All right, indeed. Hey, okay, so you missed out on points yesterday, but we've got good points today. You feeling happy overall with where you are?
Yeah, it was a massive improvement from yesterday. Obviously, I crashed in the first lap, and then so to come back and get 2 podiums, I'm pretty happy. That's what we're here for, I guess. So, yeah, no, good weekend overall, and I'm stoked.
Well done. Young Caleb Gilmore's the last one to join us here. Mac Media Digital Design Solution Experts, part of our racing this weekend, along with Underground Brown. We're here, of course, with Pirelli, Aon and Sky Sports Next, taking this coverage to the world for our 2021 NZSBK. Bring it on, more great racing still to come. What about it? The 150s will be lining up, of course. We've still got the sidecars to entertain in the 250 production racing, all part of it. Bring it on.